Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Kevin Durant, Serge Ibaka. Those all four of those players were all on the same team for 2 years, I think it was. Three of those players were top two MVP candidates. One won it, and one of them is definitely going to win it this year. All of them were on the same team, guys. All of them are not on the same team with each other anymore, guys. How does this happen? How do three of the best scorers of all time fall apart and not want to be on the same team anymore? They leave. Kevin Durant leaves to go to a team where he thinks he has a better chance of winning when you have two top two MVP candidates on your team. Hello, guys. This is your host, Doc, and we're going to go into the biggest conspiracy. Well, let's not call it conspiracy. The biggest issue in NBA history. The debacle of the OKC Thunder. You had all you needed on that team. Kevin Durant left that team to go over the Golden State Warriors where he thought he had a better chance to win. Well, let's start from the very beginning. Let me not harp on Kevin Durant right now. The ownership of the Oklahoma City Thunder chose to think that the services of James Harden is not needed because they can't afford it. That shows me that the organization did not want the success of their organization to pay what these players deserve to be paid. So James Harden had to leave to go to the Rockets to get what he deserved to be paid. And yes, he did that. And yes, he showed the numbers that he's a consistent all-star at all times. So that's one of your pieces gone due to being cheap. The next player was Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. They were having success as a unit. They got to the Western Conference Finals against the Golden State. They were up 3-1, and they lost. They lost when you were up 3-1. Yes, you can say they didn't have the pieces they needed, but you obviously did have the pieces you needed if you were up 3-1. And while being up 3-1 and this team getting all the way to NBA Finals and thus losing, that showed Kevin Durant that he should be on that team. That showed him that he was the missing link for an NBA champion team. Two championship appearances in a row. Won a championship, and you're the missing piece that needs to be there. So that shows me this man does not care where he sits in the history book. He will never be a all-time historic star, needing to leave to a team that won already and not being able to find any other team or staying on your team. You can play on any team other than the championship teams, and you chose to go to this team. Where does that make sense? So this man is just a person that does not want pressure on them and just wants to chill when you're already making millions of dollars. It's not like you're a regular Joe who works 15 hours a day or 60 hours a week and is working their butt off, and they're just trying to find a simpler means to work to get work 40 hours instead and then make a little bit more money. No, it's not the same. You are playing basketball and you're just making multi-million dollars, tens of millions of dollars a year, and you choose to take the simplest route for yourself when you feel like your buddy Russell Westbrook is not passing the ball. Kevin Durant, you're supposed to be a leader as being told. You're supposed to be able to talk to the man if something's not going right. But you didn't even tell this man to face what the issues were when you're looking at free agency. You just left and you gave him a text, I believe, and that's all he got. Obviously, if Golden State was recruiting you throughout the entire season, when you were up and playing Golden State in the conference finals, your head wasn't in it. You guys clearly should have won that series, and your head was in, I'm going to be a part of this unit next year. So why am I? My focus isn't on this. My focus is on where I will be in my career going. That's not on the Oklahoma City Thunder. And you chose to do this. You chose to put yourself in a situation where you could not win. Period. You were not going to win by being drawn by the unit, and they were already in your head, and being able, you got played twice. They took your championship away last year, and this year they got you two to get themselves a champion even more. So you're a pawn in their game, and they completely won. So they got you. And Russ, this falls on you too. You could have made everyone felt more welcome, but you were obviously out of all three, you were most of the leader of this unit. You did not make them feel welcome. You did not make them want to feel. You didn't make them all feel involved in the offense. It still serves on you to make them all feel that they should have an equal part in the success, and that didn't happen obviously with them leaving. So with all the issues that happened, rest. Even though you're averaging triple double, this is still your fault. You should not be by yourself. This should have been a great unit of all time, and you guys all let it fall through. You guys were not pulling equal weight, and now you guys are all dispersed. This is the biggest debacle of a success of a team that could have been in the history of sports. Period. This could have been the greatest team of all time with 3 top 2 MVP choices just gone. So when you look at the Oklahoma City Thunder, just think of every single one of them. It's not just Russell's fault. It's not just Harden's fault. It's not just Kevin Durant's fault. All 3 of their faults, and they all deserve equal blame for what happened. And we've got to make sure to give all of them the same amount of blame, not just one person. So tell me what you guys think of what happened with Oklahoma City Thunder, and is it if it is, which it is, the worst debacle in the history of sports and what could have been. So with that ends today's episode of the Vosnet. I have been your host, Doc, and thank you for stopping by for this mega rant of this debacle of the Oklahoma City franchise.